Owning and operating a vintage bus, there are certain tools that really come in handy, things that you use a lot, things that are great to have. I'm going to do a video here kind of covering some of my favorite tools. The first thing you need is a really good socket set, kind of a Swiss Army knife socket set, something that carries 1/4 inch drive, 3/8 drive, 1/2 inch drive, a full range of all SAE. You don't really need the metric stuff on this. You're just carrying around a lot of extra weight. I definitely recommend you get something that's lifetime guaranteed. So I've used Harbor Freight stuff. You'll break some, but you take it back. It's easy to exchange. Right now I use a Craftsman set. It doesn't really matter what brand you use. You're going to end up breaking some because some of the stuff takes a lot of torque. Seized bolts, things that haven't come off in 50, 60 years, etc. So just something that's lifetime guaranteed and something that's easy, accessible when you're traveling on the road to exchange. Harbor Freights are really widely available. The Craftsman stuff at Lowe's, you could try to exchange it there. I haven't actually tried that yet. But Sears stores used to be everywhere, but they're not anymore. Tracking down a Snap-on guy or a Mac tool guy is going to be very hard when you're on the road. But definitely something, again, it covers all the sizes you need, deep well, standard. They really come in handy. So I recommend that. And then this other stuff we're going to show you here in just a second. Okay, wrenches. You're going to need some really good wrenches. Again, I recommend lifetime warranty stuff just because you're going to break some. I have a few different brands here. This is my kind of go-to wrench set for anything from 1/4 inch up to 1 inch, and I've got them in a roll here. The roll is from Lowe's. It just makes it easy, convenient way to store them and carry them around. It's a cobalt roll, but the actual wrenches these are the Icon, which is the Harbor Freight, kind of their high-end commercial tool line. But just the regular cheap ones are fine too. But you need a really good wrench set, kind of the standard, 1/4 inch to 1 inch variety. And then real common sizes above that, 1 1/16, 1 1/8, 1 1/4, 1 3/16. Those 4 wrenches get used a lot. I also have a few, instead of the 12 points, I have some 6-point wrenches. Like if you get 1/2 inch, 9/16, 5/8, those are the real common sizes. Frozen, rusted, seized fasteners are going to be a problem no matter what. So the 6-sided really makes it a little easier to get some of that stuff. You're going to want to have some Croil on hand or some type of penetrant oil that you can use. But my wrench set does go all the way up to 2 inches. So these are giant jumbo wrenches. And then I also have this, which I think goes up to 2.5 inches. Every single wrench on this table has been used. Oh, and line wrenches. You need a good set of line wrenches. Well, just a set. But a lot of the fuel fittings and things like that, you have to have, or you'll strip them out around them if you don't have a line wrench. So they wrap around and grab it better. So again, brand doesn't necessarily matter. I recommend lifetime warranty just because it's easier to exchange and you will break some. I've not had any. These are cobalts that I use here. So if those are from Lowe's, I'm not sure, Craftsman, they probably sell now there more. These are the Icon brand. And my large ones over here, these are just the cheap Pittsburgh. Most of them are Pittsburgh. This one's Job Smart. Just brand, but they're still, they have the same guarantee, and you will use this stuff more often than you think, and it's always best to have it. So as far as wrench selection, really that's about all you need there. Some ratcheting wrenches will help you just to make things easier sometimes, but bare necessities, a wrench set like this right here is going to cover most things that you use. And then I love the Croil. I think it's a great penetrant oil. I have the spray can, and then I also have a handheld sprayer that goes into. So that comes in real handy. This power probe is something that is awesome to have. So it's not just a power meter. So obviously it is a voltmeter that's on it, but once you have it hooked up, if you touch the tip of it to something and it'll give you the voltage display, what it is right here. And then if you click up on that where there's that plus sign there, you add positive whatever voltage you're at to the tip of that, or if you pull backwards down on it, goes to the negative side, and you're completing the ground. So you can complete a circuit with that. It's great for testing, you know, for shorts and things like that too. And then does something have power? Does it actually work once it does get power? I use this thing a lot, this power probe, and I'm gonna put some links to different things that I have, like from Amazon and stuff on here. If you click our link from Amazon, just so you know, it is our own affiliate link, so we do get a small commission from Amazon if you buy it off the link, so it's a way to support the channel if you do that. But I don't want you to feel like that I'm just pushing something because I'm going to make money off of it. These are all things that we own and we use every day. And then other than, I'm going to show you some flashlights here in a minute too, but I'll put the link to this on there for Amazon, but it's something that we use a lot. These Cobras are probably the best pliers that I've ever used. They're adjustable, they really bite down hard. Nipex or Nipex, I don't know how, I've heard people pronounce it both ways, but whatever they are, they're amazing. I also have some adjustable wrench pliers like this that I like, but these Cobra ones, these have the teeth and they really grab hard. They come in real handy, and I use this is my very favorite go-to pair of pliers that I use. This Milwaukee Fuel 3/4 inch drive impact, I absolutely love this. So I had the DeWalt version, you know, the 1/2 inch drive one, real similar numbers, but this is far superior, and it's got the one key where you can log in with the app, and there's so much more that you can do with it. This takes off the lug nuts and everything too. It's very powerful. I love it, and it has replaced my DeWalt as my favorite impact gun to go use. So this Milwaukee impact is great. You're going to need bud nut sockets. I have the individual ones here where I have 1.5 inches and then a 13/16 square. I also have the combination one too, but sometimes the combination bud nut socket you can't use all the time. If somebody has the wrong lug nut on there, the outer lug nut with the wrong rim or whatever, then a regular bud socket doesn't work. So you will need the individual ones. So it's definitely something that I use a lot. Please get the right wheel nut sockets for your bus. So like this is a 4-inch, which is real common. 6-sided a lot of buses do use this one. Some of them have an 8-sided though, you got to watch out. And like a 2.5 is usually what's on the front. Sometimes a 3, but figure out what you have and carry these so people aren't using chisels to knock off. And plus you can't torque them right with a chisel. So really get the right wheel sockets. They're not very expensive. They come in really handy. Torque wrenches are very important, especially a big torque wrench. So this one here goes up to 600 foot-pounds. I got this one off of Amazon. I've been real happy with it. It torques both left and right hand direction. That's for doing your wheel nuts and stuff like that too. And then kind of an intermediate range one. This one here is a 1/2 inch drive one. I think it goes up to like 250 foot-pounds. Yeah, 250 foot-pounds. A bunch of companies make this. This one happens to be Craftsman, but Stanley makes them for just about everybody, and that they're real similar, like DeWalt, like that. I've been real happy with both of them. Just make sure you store them, not loaded up with the torque setting. Take them back to 0. This is really affordable. The snap-on version of a 600 foot-pound, it goes up to 600 foot-pounds. You know, it's $1,500 or something like that. This one here was like under $200, and I've been real happy with it. So it does real well. It's easy to use. It's a torque wrench, but definitely I recommend you guys have these, because if you take your stuff to a tire shop, they're probably not torquing them. If the previous owner, when you got your bus, probably wasn't torqued right. Tires are really important, tire safety. I recommend you get it. Jumbo sockets, very important. So your standard set that goes up to 1/2 inch drive. Now you need something bigger. So I have a full set of 3/4, and my 3/4 ones are 6 points. And then I have a full jumbo set that goes up to I think it goes up to 4 inches actually. No, 3.5 maybe. It's a large set that are 1 inch drive. So I have 3/4 inch drive complete set and a 1 inch drive complete set. I got rid of the cases that they go into because they just take up so much more room. I can stack them like this. They're not as neat or as organized. If you misplace one, you don't have a way of knowing that it's not here. But if you're tight on space, you know, carrying around like this, it's come in handy for me. You definitely need a really good flashlight. These are rechargeable ones. These are by Olight, and we will put a link to our affiliate store on there. If you do buy something from them, we do get a small commission here at the channel. I just want to be upfront about that. They are extremely bright. They're variable as far as the power setting. You can adjust them. I've been real happy with them. I had Harbor Freight ones that were rechargeable, and they didn't last nearly as long. I'd have them for, a couple of them I had for 2-3 months. I think I ended up buying 3, maybe 4 of them total, and every single one of them broke at some point. The Olights have been very durable for me. I've not had any issues with them. This one here you can strap on your head, so you can lay down there and see with the headlight on it. This one's a little bit larger one. They're super bright though, very easy to recharge. They're convenient. I really like the Olight stuff. Only issue I had with them is I left this one on in my pocket and it melted a hole through my sweatshirt, polyester sweatshirt. So they do get warm, so you gotta be careful, you know, that it could be a fire hazard or something because they are so bright. But it's a great flashlight, and I'll put the link to the Olight affiliate store. These are the Wipe All towels, WYPALL, 41041 is the part number I think that we look up on them, but they're super durable, very absorbent. It's the best paper towel I've ever used, and it comes in this convenient box. Just a great, I've never come across anything better to use for a paper towel. They're super strong and very absorbent. Just the way that you can't even really tear them very well. They're great towels. If you've been watching my channel at all, you have seen us use these Gojo scrubbing towels. They are absolutely amazing. They clean up your hands so good no matter how dirty you are. It's just a great tub to carry around. You're gonna get dirty and messy working on a bus. I've not come across anything that works better. I've used tub of towels. I've used other, you know, the regular Gojo where you got to use water. This doesn't require water. I've never used anything that works as good. One side has a real scrubby surface to it. The other side is smoother. It really gets down in there and cleans up grease, oil, stuff like that. So I love these. There's a great little tub to carry around. I haven't found anything better. An air over hydraulic jack, a couple of them actually, is great to have, and make sure that one of your jacks is low profile. I think I just found this same jack online. I'm gonna post a link to it. The description doesn't say it's the same. The picture shows it's the same, and then the reviews by people say it's the same. So I think there's something wrong with the description on it, so be careful, but check it out. But that thing is low profile right there. It fits under the bus. A lot of these buses, when they're sitting on the ground, you can't get under them unless you drive them up onto some boards. But that particular jack right there will get under there. It's almost, I think it's like 6 inches tall, 6 1/4 or something like that. My other ones are like 8 and 9 inches tall, and you can't get them under anything. It only raises it up a few, like 4 inches, but that is enough to get the wheels up off the ground, and then you can get something else under there. And of course, always have plenty of blocking, 4x4s, 6x6s, 4x6s, just different things like that. 2x4s, don't use soft wood. Pressure treated actually usually works pretty well. It's pretty durable. But you definitely want to make sure you always block it, because once the airbags go out, you don't have anything holding up a bus, and you don't want to get squished under there. So never go under a bus with airbags unless the body is blocked up. There's a larger air over hydraulic jack. Again, about 75% of the time that jack will not fit under something unless it's been lifted up or parked on boards. So that low profile one I showed you earlier is better. There's just a low profile body or regular bottle jack, and that comes in real handy a lot too. I think that one's 12 ton, but I have 12 ton, 20 ton. They're all great, but sometimes those shorter ones really come in handy. And even there, I'm really using it as a jack stand right now. It's let down all the way, but it's holding it up. There's no, if the hydraulic part failed, it wouldn't affect us because it's all the way down. Dollar for dollar, pound for pound, this torque multiplier is one of the best tools you can have in your toolkit for your bus. So it comes with the square drive for the wheel nuts, for the inner lugs on the buds, and then the 1.5 inches as well. It's like 78:1 or something like that ratio, somewhere crazy like that. And by hand, you can loosen the lug nuts on your bus. Even if somebody put them on at like 2,000 foot-pounds, you can do it with this. It makes it super easy. You got to turn the handle a lot, you know, because 78 revolutions or whatever it is of that handle turn it 1 revolution there. But you only got to get it loose enough where you can get it with something else. So if they've been put on 30 years ago at 2,000 foot-pounds, this thing will take them off. And it's under a $100 tool. It's something I definitely recommend you carry with you. Even if the tire guy's impact gun won't get it, this will loosen a completely seized lug nut.